All right. Hey guys, my name is Sabrina. I'm from RapidMiner. I'm working as a project engineer in the R&D team. And I first will explain what we do at RapidMiner. So we deliver predictive analytics to business analysts, and such that they don't need to program. It's really easy to use with drag and drop. The processes that were designed can be deployed to our RapidMiner server or to the cloud with one click. And we have a huge community that contributes extensions to our products. That extensions can be published on the marketplace. And we have a lot of connectors to allow easy access to unstructured and structured data. So we started in 2007 with an open source company with a command line tool and an initial workbench. And in 2013 we developed our business source, which is a commercial edition, but we also support the community edition. And in 2014 we developed the cloud solution, and we have a connector to Hadoop now. Here's some metrics about RapidMiner. We have more than 60 employees at the moment. We have 40,000 downloads per month, and there are around 100 active developers that also work on extensions for RapidMiner. Now you can see a product overview. This is RapidMiner Studio, which is our main product, where you can design your data processes and run it in the execution engine. And you can then deploy processes to RapidMiner Cloud, or you can deploy them on RapidMiner Server, which runs on enterprise hardware. RapidMiner Server also provides a reporting portal, an administration web interface, and a web service API, such that you can integrate your processes also into other applications. Here the main users are the analysis producer, which are business scientists or data analysts, and the analysis consumer, like the C-level, mostly want to see a report that shows the results of the analysis, and the administrator can configure the portal. Okay, this is a screenshot of RapidMiner Studio. We have access to over 1,500 different operators. Our workbench is based on Java, and it allows rapid data mining process development. And you can see here the design perspective with our process, where you have data input and output ports. You can see here the operators, which are building blocks where you can run data analysis or data transformation, modeling, whatever you want to. They have input ports and output ports, and if you connect them, the data are delivered to the next operator, or if you connect them to the results of the process, you can see them in the result perspective when the process is done. RapidMiner Studio also provides accelerators, which make it possible to do data analysis in 3 steps. You select the data and the label. In this case, it's churn prediction. This is the example data. We have one column, if the customer will churn or not. The label column has to contain missings that we have to predict. And the results show then the prediction results, the model, and the accuracy of the model. This is the RapidMiner Cloud and what you can do with that. You can run your process on the RapidMiner Cloud with one click. If you're subscribed to our cloud, you can use our cloud process operators like Twitter, and you can use the cloud repository. And if you run a process in the cloud, you can also watch the results in the cloud monitor view, see how long it has run, how much it costs, and stuff like that. Then we have the RapidMiner Server, which is an enterprise-wide process development benchmark. And you see here the dashboard view with a report, just an example of some charts. And that's used to show the consumers what they want to see, so the results of your processes. Now we come to the extensions and our marketplace. Our RapidMiner Studio is based on Java, and we have a Java API where you can build on your own extensions and your own accelerators, and you can publish them on our marketplace. And you can also use the web service API of RapidMiner Server to build web services from your processes and embed them in other applications. Here are our existing extensions. As you see, it's really a lot. And we have here, for example, the Octave extension, which makes it possible to run Octave scripts or MATLAB scripts in your RapidMiner processes. Or we have the Finance and Economics extension, which makes it possible to get data from Yahoo Finance and Bloomberg and over thousands of other data sources for finance. On the right you see the extension that we developed at RapidMiner, and the multimedia mining extension is the only one which is commercial. And we will go in detail now with these extensions. The first one is the linked open data extension, which makes it possible to get more data to your own data. So let's assume we have the example of a rating system for books. You have just given the ISBN number and a rating from 1 to 5. And the goal is to predict the popularity of new books. And we all know that this is not possible with this data. So we need a SparkQL operator from the linked open data extension that makes it possible to make a SparkQL query and enhance our data with an example, the author, an abstract, the number of pages, the language, and stuff like that. And now we have more data and we can predict the popularity of new books. Yeah, then we come to the text and web mining extension, which makes it possible to pre-process text, to cluster text, make sentiment analysis and stuff like that. In this process, we see that we have a web crawler here. Then we select some attributes, process documents, and then make some clustering on the words that we extracted. This shows the multimedia mining extension, which is the only commercial extension from other contributors. In this process, I just create a QR code, then I make some image processing on this image and this image, and you can see here that this extension has around 140 operators, which is really a lot, and you can do audio mining, image mining, and I think they plan to make video mining as well. Yeah, and you can also do edge detection, object detection with that extension. Then we have the WhiBo extension, which means white box decision tree extension, where you can select in this wizard your own decision tree algorithm. You can select each step, how the split is done and the pruning, and you can build your own decision tree algorithm and use that in your processes. Now we come to the machine learning wizard extension, which uses a menu item in our studio. You open the wizard again, you choose your data location, then the wizard evaluates different models that are possible and predicts how accurate they would be. And then you can choose which one you want to evaluate and really run. You can select it, and then the wizard runs all the models, and you can select the best one with the actual accuracy at the end, and the extension will create the RapidMiner process directly for you. Okay, now we come to how to extend RapidMiner Studio and what can we really extend. So you can create your own operators, you can create your own windows, your views, your menu items, and accelerators. Yeah, now we come to the live demo. I will show you how to use the extension skeleton, how to create an operator, and how to use your own special data objects. And it's really easy to get an example project, which is a RapidMiner extension tutorial. You just need to download it from GitHub and call Gradle install extension, so you need Gradle to use it. And yeah, then you can enhance it and use it with your operators. Okay. So we see here 3 projects in Eclipse. It's in Java environment. We have the tutorial extension that I mentioned and the template extension. We first have a look into the template extension. It just has one class, plugin init template.java, where you can see the initial setup of an extension. Yeah, you just need to write this class and those methods, and you can use your own extension. What you have to do first to make it really your extension is to update the .gradle file. So here's the name of your extension, the group ID, which could be the same, the vendor name, your home page, and where your RapidMiner home is. That is really important that you give here the installation directory. And you can also make it dependent on other extensions that are already available. And you can also add dependencies to third-party libraries. So now let's come to a simple demo project that I created. I renamed the plugin init class to plugin init demo.java. And we see here some initial GUI definition. We have a simple window that is created, and it is registered as a dockable, which means we see it as a view in RapidMiner Studio. And we also have a menu that we add here, which is going to be seen at the menu bar of RapidMiner Studio. So let's first have a look at the build.gradle file. You see how I changed the name of the extension, and I have to give it here my installation address of RapidMiner Studio. Okay, then I created a simple operator which is called add random attribute operator. The only thing that you have to do if you build your own operator is to make your own class, give it a name, extend it from operator, and implement the doWork method, which is this here. And then you can already use your operator in RapidMiner Studio. And we extended it a bit here. We have an input port and an output port here, which receive an example set, which is our representation of a table. We have the constructor, which adds a rule here to give the metadata of our data further to the next operators. And in the doWork method, we receive our example set here, get our attributes, add a new attribute here, so a new row, column, sorry. We say it has the role regular. It could also be the role label or model. And then we go through the example set, through every row, and set the value of the new column with a random number. So that's all that we do in this operator, and then we deliver it to the output port. So this is RapidMiner Studio. And we see here our operators, and here are our demo operators. And this is the operator that I have shown you. We have an input port and an output port. And if we add now some data, and run the process, we can see the new column with random values here. But this is very simple to build your own operator and integrate it in RapidMiner Studio. So we want some more complicated operator now, with some parameters that we define here. We define the name, and we also have to define we also define some through ports, which means you can put any data to the operator and the same data comes out again. This is to define your how the operators should be processed, in which order. So we have here the method getParameterTypes now. This is what is shown in the parameter view. We add 2 parameters here, 1 parameter with a checkbox and 1 parameter with a text box. If the checkbox was clicked, we see the text box. So we have the dependency here that we registered. We can have a look at it. This is the second operator. But as you see here, we have the through ports integrated, and we have the parameters here with the dependency, which was very easy to use. Okay, now we want to integrate our own I/O objects, so our own data objects, which we do here with demo data. It just has to be serializable and have some getter methods. And then we can create a demo data I/O object that extends from result object adapter and this has to set the result string here and to get some getters and setters. And then we can use it in another operator where we can create such an I/O object, generate it and use it then in our other RapidMiner processes. This is a generate demo data operator. Which just created 5 values, 5 rows. But we see here that this is our own data object. It's called demo data. And this is how you can, for example, integrate your game data or marketing data that is not an Excel sheet or stuff like that. It has a special format. You can transform the data and use it in RapidMiner Studio. Yeah, there are some special configurations that you can make. Here we see that we can give the colors to the operators and also colors to the I/O object. Here we define our I/O object and how it should be rendered. This is done with our renderer. Otherwise the toString method would be called, which is also used by some models like the rule induction. So we define here our I/O object and how it should be rendered. Here we define our operators with a key and an icon. Here we can define an errors. Now we can define error messages that should appear to the user in some GUI elements or some GUI element names. And here's also some documentation about the operators and some synopsis about what they are doing and to which group they So we can also see the GUI elements that we created. Here's a very simple user. And if we create a click here on the menu button, we see that the text in the window changed. So we can use our own graphical user elements here in RapidMiner Studio. And here are the other accelerators that I told you. So we have the churn prediction that I've shown you before. Here's some sample data where we can run the analysis and see directly the results. All right, let's go further with the presentation. So I have shown you how the extension skeleton works, how you can create an operator, and how you can use your own special data objects to your needs. And you can find more information about it at this link, where you have a lot of documentation about this. And I'll be also there at the hackathon tonight. if you have any questions. Yeah, it's now interesting how you can integrate RapidMiner if you don't want to extend it. We have seen that the RapidMiner Server has web services that you can build. So you can use the Web Service API to either make a HTTP post to that URL that you created and read the process results from the HTTP response. That can be JSON, XML, or PNG. Or you can also directly integrate it into your website with iframe. And another way to integrate RapidMiner is as an OEM, where you have full access to the RapidMiner code. You just need to call rapidminer.init and then use the code to create your own processes, run processes, or transform data like you want to. And it could look like this here. So that's it from my side. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you later then.